guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. If you are new here, I do a lot of beauty, lifestyle, and some fashion now, so make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and join the family. It would really mean a lot to me if you did. We're on the road to 10K, so let's get it, guys. But yeah, today I am bringing to you guys this really nice green earthy Eid look because with this whole quarantine going on, I feel like I needed to add some greenery in my home life. So I decided to go for that in my Eid look, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but that's how we ended up here. A lot of you guys might not see the purpose of doing a Eid makeup look, but I feel like it's very important that we celebrate Eid the same way we always do. Of course, we cannot go to the masajid, which is such a huge deal. We cannot see our loved ones. We cannot go out and celebrate, take the kids out to enjoy some fun times or anything like that. Have fun with your cousins, friends, anybody. I know it sucks, but also you have to make sure that we still, as Muslimin, are joyous during this time, excited, you know, with your loved ones, and just make the best of it. Everything happens, you know, for a reason. It's qadarillahi that this situation, that this virus happened, but it's best that we still enjoy the Eid festivities with our loved ones and make the best of it, okay? So that's why personally, I encourage you guys to get out of your loungewear, whether it's doing makeup or not. Makeup could be, you know, something that I personally felt like helps zhuzh up my spirit, you know what I mean, to make me feel like myself again. Whether it's not just getting out of your loungewear and putting on some casual clothes, get into some jeans, or, you know, do a good skincare routine. It doesn't matter. Whatever makes you happy, sis, just dress up a little bit and, you know, celebrate Eid. You know, get a little excited still. Don't dwell, because I see a lot of people on social media really sad about this Eid. But guys, always look for the positive. Say alhamdulillah, you have your good health, you have your loved ones, and we're gonna celebrate just like any other Eid, inshallah. But with that being said, I'm gonna zoom you guys in closer and let's get into this look. So I already did one eye off camera just to speed up on time, so I'm gonna show you guys everything on my left eye. And I went in with two palettes today, and they're both by BH Cosmetics. A lot of you guys have been asking for more tutorials with inexpensive palettes, and I heard you guys, and BH Cosmetics is actually super affordable. I felt like this would be a really good brand to share with you guys that is affordable, but you still get high quality pigment, as you can see right over here. The reason why I had to go for two palettes is because I wanted to go for this green look. I know I wanted to go for this green look, but I didn't have all the shades in one palette, so I decided to use both to get what I wanted, basically. So first we're gonna start off with building our transition shade, and I pretty much went in right with a bang. I'm going in with my Trendy in Tokyo palette. You guys have seen me use this palette a lot, is because I actually really love it. It's pretty much my go-to palette every time I want to create a super colorful look. As you can see, it has literally every color you would need in a super vibrant eyeshadow palette. So what I'm going to be going in with this shade right over here first, and it's called Bamboo, and I'm taking my Fenty Beauty 230 blending brush, and I'm just going to start by packing it right in the center, because that is where I want the pop of green to be really strong, as you can see here. And then I faded it into a darker black, so I'm just gonna pack it on. And then now we're gonna start building that inner corner crease color, and I'm taking my Smitten in Switzerland palette, and it pretty much just looks like this. As you can see, it's still a colorful palette, but it's more of a toned down color, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna take this shade right over here, and it's called Mountain, and I'm picking up another Fenty 230 brush, and I'm just gonna start to pack that in the inner corner of my crease, just like that. And I'm gonna start to blend this shade right over here called Slope a little bit into the inner corner, because that is what I did on the other eye. So I just want to make sure I'm packing in the same shades just so we get the same outcome, you know what I mean? So these palettes don't have a darker, like a really dark deep green like I wanted to, so I kind of created my own by blending in two shades. So first I started with Bamboo, which is in our Trendy in Tokyo palette, and it's the shade that we used right in the center of our crease. So I started off with that and make sure to pack that color in, and then I went into the Smitten in Switzerland palette, and I went in with this black shade right over here, which is called Nightfall. I started to like blend those two shades in the corner just to get like this this smoky green color, if that makes sense. So that's pretty much what I'm doing right now, and I really liked how it turned out. Super simple, guys, very easy to blend. I feel like this is definitely a super easy, dramatic, colorful look to achieve, and it doesn't really take that much steps. It's really not that hard. It's all about having patience and blending your colors, and it will turn out beautiful. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do now. And then now I'm just taking the black with my Sephora Pro 19 brush, and this is their Pro Crease brush, and I'm just going ahead and blending that dark black called Nightfall into our green shade Bamboo. So now I'm going to take my Sigma eyeshadow primer. This is in the shade Persuade. I use this all the time. If you guys are regulars on my channel, I always use this to clean up my lid just before I pack on my shimmers. I feel like it just gives us a more cleaner, fresher base, and it just helps the color pop more. And then I'm just taking my Sephora Pro 85 brush. This is actually a lipstick brush, but I just love to use it to really cut out the crease because I feel like it's so nice and small and precise, and it really helps me create a really sharp line. So I'm just gonna go ahead with that. And now that we have our lid all cleaned up, I'm gonna take my Sephora Pro number 14 brush, and this is their Pro Shadow brush. I'm gonna pick up this shimmer shade right over here in the Smitten in Switzerland palette, and it's called Mount Rigi. It's like a really cute shimmery green color, and it's what we have in the inner corner here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pick that up and just start to pack it on to my lid, just like that. I just love how that color looks. And then what I'm gonna do is take our Trendy in Tokyo palette and taking the shade Bamboo, I'm gonna just pick that back up with the same Fenty 230 brush and just start to blend that shade into our shimmer shade. Now what we can start to do first is just like pack it in, you know what I mean? Just to get that color on the actual lid, and then using whatever's left on the actual brush, you can just slowly start to blend it into our shimmer shade, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to go back in with my Sephora Pro 19 brush, and I'm going to go ahead with Nightfall again, which is that black shade, and just start to blend that in to this shade that we put right over here, just to create the same effect that we have on this eye. As you can see, we have so much fallout from this palette. This is definitely a palette that will give you all kinds of fallout. I'm just giving you guys that kind of warning, but it's worth it for the pigment that you're getting and for the price, if that makes sense. There's a lot of palettes that have a lot of fallout, even like my Anastasia palettes, they have a lot of fallout, but for the great quality pigment and blend and the fact that it's not chalky, it's worth it in the end, if that makes sense. So I just put up with it, and then I go in with a wet wipe at the end and just clean off all that excess fallout. So now it's time for base makeup. I'm gonna leave our eyes as is because I think I'm pretty happy with it. Actually, I might just go ahead and blend it out a little bit at the top on this eye. Okay, yeah, I think that's good for now. So now we're gonna go into our base makeup, and I'm gonna go ahead with this Bite Beauty Changemaker Skin Optimizing Primer, and this is for normal to dry skin. This primer is really, really bomb. I don't know why I haven't used it in a while. I guess I just... Bruh. No, I was doing so well with not getting my hijab dirty. We're just gonna act like that didn't happen. I was going through my makeup drawer today, and I was just like, oh man, I haven't used this one in a minute, so I was like, let's use it today. And for foundation, I'm gonna take this Makeup Forever Reboot Foundation. I'm in the shade Y434. I actually really love this foundation. It's such a perfect match, I feel like, and the coverage is really, really beautiful. Great for dry skin. You get a good full coverage beat, but it looks hydrating and it doesn't look cakey. So I really do love this foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Sephora Pro foundation brush, and this is the number 70 brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead with like one pump of this foundation. And then now for concealer, I'm gonna go in, of course. Do I use any other concealer? I think not. My Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer in the shade Cookie. I've been actually really loving the shade Cookie now. I think it's my new go-to shade instead of Warm Sand or Butterscotch. I still use Butterscotch to clean around my brow area because it's the most closest to my skin tone. But right now, Cookie is my favorite one for a full face glam, just because it really, I feel like, awakens the under eye, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead with some of that. Then I'm just gonna take a small amount on my chin, just like that. And then I'm just gonna start off by blending out the chin area while we let the under eye like dry a little bit so that we can get some more fuller coverage. Now that we have our under eyes all blended out, I'm gonna go in with my favorite setting powder right now for the under eyes. If you have dry skin, I would recommend you go and pick this up. You guys know me, I always used to be a Laura Mercier girl. I don't know if my skin changed and it became more drier, but my under eyes just couldn't handle the Laura Mercier powder, so I had to take a little bit of a break and, you know, step up my hydration, skincare routine, whatever, and then hopefully, inshallah, I'll be able to go back to that, or maybe I'll be able to use it as like a summer powder. But right now, I just couldn't go near. My under eyes were just in shambles, okay? They were just too dry. So I've been using my Milk Makeup translucent medium powder, and I pretty much live by this, guys. I even ordered some more, and I'm not even like fully done this yet, just so that I don't run out. And I know with Sephora, everything is taking like 20 years to ship. With Sephora, they're so back ordered because of the whole virus situation. So I ordered some more. So when I do start to run low on that, I have some extra stock. Like, that's how much I love this powder. So I'm just gonna make sure I have no creasing first, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and set pretty much everywhere that I have applied the concealer. And I don't bake underneath my eyes, guys, just because, like I said, I have more drier skin. So I learned through experience that baking is just not for me. It just makes things so much worse, and it just makes my face look super cakey. And I'm just gonna go ahead with this Moda brush. I think this is like a contour brush. It's a contour brush that I got in a set, but I actually love it for dusting off my powder underneath my eyes. And I do have a coupon code with them. If you guys are interested, just go ahead and use the code Jasmine at checkout and you'll get 10% off your purchase. I have all my affiliate codes linked in the description box below. If you guys ever want to save your coin and support your girl, only if you want to, you can go ahead and use my codes in the description box below. And now it's time to warm up our skin, and I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Bronzer in the shade Cocoa Naughty. Guys, ignore the mess, but like, I use this so much, I'm almost about to hit pan. Like, I can start to see that indent of pan because I literally wear it all the time. I love this bronzer. It's just so beautiful on the skin. So I'm gonna go ahead with my Sephora Pro brush, and this is their Pro Contour brush in the number 79. I know I'm using a lot of Sephora brushes in this video, but it's like I just got their brushes in the mail and I'm feeling super like MUA, elite MUA, fancy bougie MUA vibes compared to all the mix match brushes I had before from random sets. I feel a little more like grown in my set. Shout out to Sephora, thank you for sending these brushes my way. They actually blend so nicely. Sometimes I have like the really bad tendency of going too heavy-handed with my bronzer, and then I look back at my videos and I'm like, sis, what were you doing? That was just too much. That's too much. So now I just like to take my time to really, you know, blend it in. So I just went ahead and finished bronzing up my nose, my forehead, and now I'm gonna go in with this highlighter palette from Too Faced. This is the Turn Up the Light highlighter palette in the shade Tan, and I feel like it's just such a nice highlight that blends so beautifully into the skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this Nabla highlighter brush, and I'm gonna pick up the shade Glow and Dazzle, which are the two outer corner shades, and just mix those together to get the perfect highlight, because one is more of a powdery and one has more of a glitter finish. I like mixing the two just to have like the perfect highlight. This is like for the times that I don't want my highlight to be super crazy. This is more of like a glow from within type of highlight, and I feel like it just looks so beautiful. It's not every day that you have to have a super blinding highlight, you know what I mean? And then what I like to do is I go back in with the brush that I use to bronze up my skin, and I make sure to blend the highlight and the bronzer just so that I don't have like too harsh lines between the two. We want to make sure everything's flawlessly blended even when we're at home, guys, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some mascara, and I'm going to be taking this mascara by Nabla Cosmetics. This is their Major Pleasure mascara. This mascara is actually really, really bomb, guys. Seriously, I actually really love it. And I'm just going to go ahead with a very light coat of this mascara because we're going to go in with lashes anyways, so it's not like we need to be super heavy-handed with our mascara. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Sephora eye pencil to go, and it's like a mini eyeliner pencil that I got in like this set from them, and it's literally in the shade 09 Intense Black, and I'm gonna use that on my waterline. This eye right here is just so watery today, so I hope it will let me get to the end of this video before it starts to mess up, because I can already see my eyeshadow start to crease right in the inner corner, and it's driving me nuts. But we will get this content done. You will not ruin this look for me. At least that's what I'm praying for. I'm making little dua right now inside my head. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and plopped on my lashes, and the lashes that I'm wearing right now are from Velour. These are the Doll Me Up lashes, and I feel like they just complemented this look so perfectly. They didn't overpower the look or anything, so yeah, you guys know me. I love a good velour lash. I also have a code for them down below, so make sure you guys go check out that as well. I always forget to mention my codes in any of my videos, so I don't know why today I actually remembered twice, so let's just go with it, okay? And then I went in with my lips because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this lip combo, but now that I'm seeing it in the mirror, I actually like it a lot, so I wish I filmed it, but it is what it is. So I went in with, of course, my NYX Lip Lingerie lipstick in the shade After Hours. You know I always go in with this shade or Teddy just to line my lips or give a brown tone to a really bright lip just to tone it down a bit. You guys know I love this formula. And then I went in with one of my favorite nudes of all time. This is by Colourpop, and this is in the shade Dream Date. But yeah, this is the look. I'm really happy with it. Let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, and this brings me to the end of my Eid makeup look. I love how everything turned out, how the eyeshadow matches, you know, the really bright green in my shirt, and how the hijab is like a nice, you know, more pastel-y green, so it doesn't, you know, become too much going on. I feel like it complements everything really beautifully. I hope you guys all have an amazing Eid and enjoy these last few days of Ramadan. I cannot believe we are in week 3 already. Like, where did the time go? Thank you so much for watching if you made it all the way to the end. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe, join the family, turn your bell notifications on so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. I upload actually way more frequently now, so make sure you guys keep an eye out and have those notifications on. We're on the road to 10K, guys. It would really mean a lot to me if we can hit 10K before we get out of this quarantine. That would make me feel so happy, like I accomplished something while we're in quarantine. But anyways, like always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, and early Eid Mubarak.